Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about leukotrienes. This small concept of biochemistry is kind of confusing to many of you, but after this video this concept will be super clear to you. Let's analyze the name to understand the concept. By looking at the name leuko, we understand there is something to do with leukocytes. Then trienes kind of tell us about some chemical features that there are 3 consecutive double bonds. So leukotrienes are kind of some chemical molecules which may have the chemical features of 3 consecutive double bonds, and they are found in leukocytes. These leukotrienes are actually a family of eicosanoid, and they are arachidonic acid derivatives. Leukotrienes are an inflammatory mediator just like other arachidonic acid derivatives such as prostaglandins. Let's talk about how leukotrienes are synthesized in our body. So everything starts with arachidonic acid, and arachidonic acid is synthesized from the plasma membrane phospholipids by the action of a specific phospholipids enzyme. Now arachidonic acid gets converted to leukotriene, and the key enzyme in this process is arachidonate 5-lipoxygenase. And 5-lipoxygenase enzyme is the great limiting enzyme here. So this could be used as a target for several diseases. Now, leukotrienes are generated by the oxidation of arachidonic acid. So if you look at the pathway here, you can see this arachidonic acid is oxidized into an intermediate which is known as 5-HPETE, and then ultimately it's converted to leukotriene A4. From leukotriene A4 they are further converted to leukotrienes B4 and C4. And the key enzyme that we have to understand in this pathway is arachidonate 5-lipoxygenase. And here we can see, if we look at this position, we can see there are oxygen association with the ring. That means oxidation had happened. Leukotrienes are lipid-based signaling molecules which can convey paracrine and autocrine mode of signaling, and they are generally pretty much common in case of immune system. So they could either give rise to autocrine signaling, or they can give rise to paracrine signaling in between leukocytes. Now, the production of leukotrienes is usually accompanied with production of prostaglandins and histamines, which are other inflammatory mediators. So from arachidonic acid, one hand side there could be production of leukotrienes, and other hand side there could be also production of prostaglandins derivative, which are also take part in inflammatory response. Let's understand how leukotriene signaling works and how it can work like a signaling molecule. So leukotrienes receptors are a class of G protein coupled receptors. So generally they work by evaluation of a cyclic A and B in the cell and lead to several pro-inflammatory cytokine gene. But few liquid receptors are also nuclear receptors, and these receptors are generally found in eosinophils, endothelial cells, mast cells. Now, since these are found in endothelial cells and also smooth muscles, they are having important role in terms of smooth muscles contraction, and that connects their physiological role with disease. Now, how leukotrienes is associated with disease. So major role of leukotrienes, especially leukotrienes D4, is to target contraction of bronchioles. So contraction of bronchioles is targeted by leukotrienes, and this is the key underlying feature of rhinitis or asthma-like diseases. Now, excess of leukotrienes can lead to anaphylactic shock, which is pretty dangerous, right? Finally, recent research has shown that leukotrienes inhibitors could be very useful for patients who are suffering from late stage of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Thank you.